it's snowing.
Going fully Wonka.
Absolutely.
I can't talk today. This is a great day for us to do this, huh?
So, the world is burning.
Yeah.
And here we are.
All right. Hold up.
Oh, yes, take precautions. Even our logo is getting in on the action.
I know, I like it. It's really good.
It's just trying to make sure that everybody stays safe.
I like the fact of you can still see the beard,
of course,
underneath it, even though that is against CDC regulations. Because, anyways,
yeah,
I'm going full Tucker on that one.
Yeah, you are. No, well, welcome to the show. Happy quarantine, everybody.
Happy quarantine. Oh my gosh, that needs to be a new holiday.
It's a new set of greeting cards that we'll be selling on our Facebook page. So hit us up if you're interested in buying some greeting cards.
It's like the 25 days of Christmas.
Yeah.
The 2 weeks of quarantine.
The 2 weeks of quarantine. On the first day of quarantine, my true love gave to me
toilet paper. Save some toilet paper for some people.
I was going to make it rhyme, but yeah.
I know.
A Costco-sized package of TP.
Yeah, that's like, I had to go
5
like most
hand
things.
sanitizers.
Had to ruin some stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of ruined, the box office is toast.
I think everything is toast right about now. Well, not everything. But
listen,
there's some.
Are there things to be? Let's walk back some comments that we made last week, because listen, more information was made available in the days preceding,
I think the
or
day
following,
after.
like the very next day. We both sat down and were like, some of those comments already didn't age well.
Yeah.
Congratulations, and the show just released
too soon. Yeah.
So, listen, do I think this thing is going to wipe out humanity? No. But do I think we should be taking precautions?
Oh, very much. Of
course.
So. Yeah. I think it's a good idea to, whether it's this or whatever, to always have some kind of preparedness.
Yeah. Maybe. Do you need 10 cases of toilet paper?
No.
No. I'm still going to make fun of you.
Yeah.
If you are listening and you bought all the toilet paper, shame on you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go full token. I will find you.
Yeah. I will take your toilet paper.
I have a particular set of skills.
You're going to go Robin Hood on the toilet paper. We're going to find the people who bought up all the toilet paper. We're going to take it from you and redistribute it to the elderly and infirmed.
Yes.
So
I really thought about that it's like, listen, if I happen to stumble across them, I'm just going to grab it and wait for those people that I can't find it anywhere. I'm going to be like, I got you.
Yeah.
Like
we are down to our last roll.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
So yeah, just got to stay clean.
Keep your distance.
Stay safe.
I put up a little Mills Lane post the other day because I thought it was funny. Wash your hands at all times. Keep 6 feet apart. I want a nice clean quarantine out of everybody. Let's get it on.
Yes.
Because, we probably should be taking some precautions. And, I want everyone to make it out of this just fine. And I think we will.
Yeah.
Especially since you can't go to the movie theaters.
No, there's
a lot of
everywhere shutting down. Chick-fil-A. Did you see that?
Chick-fil-A and McDonald's have both closed down their dining rooms.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's drive-through only.
AMC Theaters has closed all of their theaters for the next 12 weeks.
So is Harkins.
So, I haven't had a chance to check in on our local movie theater here.
I'm guessing
the picture show, but I'm gonna find out right now.
Yeah.
Thanks to the magic of the internet.
The interwebs. A lot of things are kind of shutting down, and
well, you can still buy tickets.
Well, what's the point of that?
Oh, here we go. Effective Tuesday, March 17th, picture show theaters will be closed until further notice.
There you go.
So, listen, if everyone does their part, here's what I feel bad for the people who have to make these decisions. Okay, because if they don't shut down and this ends up being real bad,
Right.
then they're going to catch all the blame.
Yeah, it was because, well, a little bit different, but same. But I'm now temporarily homeschooling my kid.
Yeah. Welcome to Thunderdome.
Not well. No, I'm just saying. No, we're trying to keep busy. Nicely enough, the teachers have sent, not all the teachers, but
Get it together. It is Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's day 2 of the quarantine.
Yeah.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Quarantines Day.
By the time you watch this, St. Patrick's Day will have been yesterday. And maybe this is just a nice way for you to ease into your Wednesday morning.
I just realized
on day 3 of quarantine, nursing your green beer hangovers.
Yeah, I was like, I don't encourage going out, and
I don't either.
just don't There's next year. Let this whole thing pass.
So let's venture down a little St. Patrick's Day side road for a second. Maybe you can help.
Okay.
You can help maybe settle an argument
Okay.
in my household.
Okay.
So, as our viewers have seen, I'm a tattooed person.
Okay.
Person of tattooed descent. If we're being politically correct. No, and on
tattooed as well.
and on a couple of my tattoos, I have green.
Okay.
Does that protect you from the pinching?
I would say yes. That would protect you.
It exempts you from getting pinched. That's my thought process.
Right. I would say that exempts. Now, I've never been a huge St. Patrick's Day person. Listen, if I was that kid in school that if you can, even paying attention to the fact that it's St. Patrick's Day, and if I didn't wear green, you come up and try and pinch me.
Right.
We're going to have some words.
Right.
See,
I was that contrarian who would wear shamrock boxer shorts, and if somebody pinched me, I'd show him my butt, and then I'd smack him.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought about the fact that it was St. Patrick's Day. So my shirt is, a turquoise. I wouldn't even say it's green.
That's not
it's more
green.
blue.
No,
but
also we're adults, and I'm not going to pinch you.
Right, and it's listen, I don't think anybody today has to worry about anybody.
It's real hard to pinch somebody when you're supposed to be keeping 6 feet apart.
Right. So I was like, we're too close. We're going by jail rules.
I know.
No touching.
No touching.
No touching. But I mean, I've been out showing houses and stuff, and it's hard to get in that mindset of hey, I don't want to shake your hands, or you just fall into that.
Everyone's doing the elbow bump.
That's ridiculous. Stop it.
Why can't we
I'm probably going to end up doing that. But
why can't we just bow to
reason.
each other like samurai?
Seriously.
And
then battle.
And then fight it out, and
for no reason.
None. Start carrying swords.
That's the greatest thing about the apocalypse.
Nothing's off limits anymore.
Nothing. Yeah. No, I had sent you a thing the other day. One of my video games that I've played has slightly, it's all about a national worldwide virus.
Sure.
Kind of, it was smallpox or whatever, or variation of smallpox, but it was kind of so I've practiced for this.
Yeah, you've been preparing for this.
I've been preparing.
So for me, the fun, if you would like to call it that.
Okay.
If you want to call it the fun.
You starting this conversation.
But the fun for me is all of the crazy conspiracy theories.
Yeah, there's a lot.
So this was the best one.
Okay. I've heard a couple good ones, but yeah.
So this is the world government. In case you didn't know.
Wow. Okay.
There's a world government.
A world government.
New World Order.
Okay.
Calling the shots in the background.
And W-O.
That's right.
I just threw in some sign language there for it.
Yes, you did.
You're welcome.
For our hard of hearing.
What's up?
Listeners. No, so the world government has orchestrated the release of this virus in order to cover up the arrests of high-profile pedophiles.
What?
So it was last Wednesday, right? This was for a lot of people, not for me, but for a lot of people, this thing got real, in air quotes,
Right.
when
I love how you made air quotes and then said air quotes.
well, some
Yes.
people are listening, some
Yes.
people are watching.
I'm with you, but
So when one Mr. Tom Hanks announced that he had contracted the virus,
yes.
and so, but that, according to this particular conspiracy theory, Tom Hanks, Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister, President dude of Canada,
Right.
and several other high-profile pedophiles have all conveniently been infected. They're not actually infected. They've just been arrested. And
This is making me stupider.
I agree.
Like, I'm losing brains. I know it's not your thought.
Yes. So
But I'm
you know that scene near the end of Billy Madison?
Yes.
That is how I felt after reading this conspiracy theory.
Wow.
I was like, at no point in your incoherent ramblings,
You make any kind of sense. Yes.
we are all stupider now for listening to it.
I'm waiting for the
I
chemtrails.
I award you no points,
Yeah.
and may God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the chemtrails. I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, we had that, uh-oh.
Well,
There it is. No, so we joked about the chemtrail conspiracy last week, I think.
right.
Because there was somebody in our local Facebook groups who doesn't understand how jet airplanes work.
Right.
So we had that going on. But now it's a global pandemic.
Right.
They've dropped coronavirus on all of us.
Dude, the flat earther stayed home.
You found the flat and listen, it's not let's clarify something. Nobody went out looking for this guy.
No,
But through the course of our job,
yes.
you happened upon this gentleman's residence. And you know it's this gentleman's residence because this gentleman proudly.
Yeah, he is a local around these parts that is proudly painted all over his truck
Yeah.
of NASA being a hoax, the earth is flat, so on and so forth, all over his truck. That we're just idiots for believing the world is round.
Yeah.
But yes, in my travelings, yesterday, day before, doesn't matter, of looking at some homes, I look over and see this gentleman's truck parked in front of a house that was fitting, we'll say.
Yeah, just from the picture that you sent me, I'm like, I can see that that's his yard.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like we'll have to take a field trip someday just so you can get the full effect. But yeah, I
Oh,
was
man.
but I was just kind of like, look at that. Flat earthers even staying home right now. But
Because usually, we should point out, usually this guy will drive down to our town square every morning and park his obnoxiously painted vehicle
right.
and just kind of wait for people to approach him.
Yeah, he's kind of that guy that's all over the internet that's like, not fight me, but argue.
Yeah,
It's
kind
become a
of
meme.
Steven Crowder.
Thank you. Because what's his thing that's just like,
Change my mind.
change my mind. Thank you.
Yes.
I was like, not fight me, but I was
Yeah.
like, that's like a whole
Change-
Mortal
that's a whole
Kombat
different
situation.
That's a whole different meme.
Maybe he'll get to that point, given the day and age.
So,
Earth is
but
flat, fight me.
fight me. Skodan.
Fatality.
No, so but it has definitely changed the behavior of a lot of people, and it has been interesting for me to watch how certain companies have adapted to that.
Right.
So like I said, McDonald's and Chick-fil-A at least. There are probably more. Let me
Yeah.
just clarify that. But these are the two that I know about.
Yeah.
Directly.
Now, we were sent one for, well, not, it's a local chain, but I don't know if it's accurate or not, but it's been making the rounds for Golden Corral. I'm guessing
that one's not real,
Yeah. I'm like,
but
it's funny.
boy, was it funny.
Right. Well, because we were joking around the other day about,
Well, let me find it
I was like, it is,
and then edit it
yeah.
in real time
Because
it's
beep it out. Yes.
it's a little crass.
It
Here
is
we
a little
go.
crass, but it'd be.
So it's got the
yeah.
Golden Corral logo up at the top, you know.
Right.
So I mean, it looks somewhat. It's made to look somewhat official. It says, "To our loyal customers, we are not going to blank you about our safety precautions because, frankly, we don't have any. Our customers fear nothing, not even death. If they did, they wouldn't be eating at the Golden Corral. Have you seen our chocolate fountain? We literally just let kids stick their filthy, dirty, germ-covered arms into that sucker. And we haven't cleaned it since 1982. We hope you'll continue to visit us and tempt fate for many years to come. Sincerely, President and CEO of Golden Corral."
Yeah. It's like, it is not accurate, but we had just been joking with another one of our marketing little buddies that I'm going to say that we were just talking about that it's right next to the bathroom and that so many kids and stuff are just sticking random foods and everything into the chocolate fountain. And then so to hear that was kind of funny.
Well, listen, I've been those people.
Yeah.
Not sticking my fingers into it, but
Right.
when
Listen, you can put
one
a
time
chicken,
years and years and
piece of
years
chicken
ago
in there.
when the chocolate fountain at the Golden Corral was a new thing.
Right.
A lot of my extended family had gotten together for a funeral, and the decision was made to go to Golden Corral afterwards.
Right.
And when my cousins and I get together,
Right.
we will egg each other on. We're all very competitive,
Okay.
and so it became a game. Who's willing to stick what food item
Right.
into the chocolate fountain?
Right.
So I can assure you that there's at least one chocolate fountain in the St. George, Utah area. Because, I mean, it started innocently enough, you know?
Right.
All right. You start with the dessert items.
Right.
The stuff that they want you to stick in.
Right.
There's strawberries and
Right.
Rice Krispie treats and marshmallows.
But then you do the chicken.
Well,
and
then,
the-
so then we graduate because you put it on a skewer.
right.
So then we're like, all right, well, you know how they got those little pies?
Oh. Okay.
We're like, hey, what if we stuck 2 skewers for stability?
Right.
You don't want to lose something in the chocolate fountain.
Of course.
Precautions must be taken.
Right.
What if we put 2 skewers through one of those coconut cream pies? Stick that in the chocolate fountain.
I'm not huge into chocolate, but that sounds good.
And it worked.
Yeah.
And then we ran out of stuff at the dessert table
Right.
to start to put in there. So that's when it graduated into popcorn shrimp, popcorn. So, I mean, we've got huge cross-contamination issues going
Right.
on. If you have a shellfish allergy, we just ruined the chocolate fountain for you.
There you go.
You know, and this is me admitting that in
Yeah.
public. I don't, you know, it was years ago. If there is a crime committed, I'm sure the
Sorry
statute of
about that.
limitations
Right.
has expired
Wasn't
at this point.
intentional.
Yeah. We were young
It
and
was all
dumb.
in delicious fun.
Yeah. Fried okra.
Okay.
You know, just literally anything that you could put on a skewer.
Right. You did it.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
You know, and also attempting not to get caught.
Gotcha.
So, you know,
A lot of your stories start out that way.
trying not to get caught.
Trying not to get caught.
So, yeah, those things are disgusting.
Yeah.
And chances are, if you have eaten at a Golden Corral since then,
There's some combination in there.
you're probably immune to the coronavirus.
There it is. Well, I have to talking about the coronavirus for, again. I sent a picture the other day, and even you were like, because I wasn't planning on posting it. But it was the funniness of it, of just going, I would catch a lot of flack for this one. because I was going through some of my things, trying to mix it up. And then I looked over and I had unintentionally created what looked to be
a total prepper stash.
a total prepper stash.
Yeah.
Because I have things like
A gas mask.
so just for the look of it. But yeah, I had taken a picture and you were just like, yeah, don't do that
Don't do
because you
that.
look like that guy right now. So I was like,
No, and that's...
and I'm not that guy. It was
Well,
just
I sent you a
moving.
picture, too. I was like, this is
Yeah.
normal,
Yeah.
what we keep on hand.
Yeah.
But it, again, looked like we had just raided a Costco.
Yeah, because there's some people bugging out.
Oh, yeah.
Got a family member that's texting every 5 seconds and is like, the world's coming to an end. Okay, dial it back.
Calm
We're
it down.
good. We're not there yet.
Calm it down.
Like,
It's going to be okay.
you freaking out is what's, and that's been kind of my thing since the beginning of it. It's like, I'm not so much worried about the virus aspect. I mean, I am just,
Of course.
you know, it's there. I'm more worried about the paranoia, the fear, the people. They're
The
being
people and what
crazy.
they're going to reactions. So, kind of, now let's circle back to the people that have to make these decisions on whether or not to stay open, their businesses
Right.
to stay open, whether or not to continue with an event that they were going to be hosting, you know, all of those things. If they do it, or if they don't do it and the outbreak gets worse, then the blame is on them.
Right.
The other side of that coin is unfortunate because if they do decide to shut down, we'll never know that they were right or not.
Yeah.
There's no vindication on being cautious.
Oh, exactly. Well, and I think,
And I just think that's, you know, it's a tough position to be in.
oh, it's a very tough.
You know,
position.
we've got a mutual friend who hosts a pretty large get together once a month.
Yeah.
Who decided, you know, it's supposed to be tonight.
Oh,
well,
okay.
the night that this will be
Gotcha.
coming out, and
They decided.
she decided to not have that event this month.
Well, I think that's. I mean, it's a smart idea.
You know, because nobody wants to be the bad guy.
yeah,
But when we take all these precautions and the virus doesn't spread as far as it probably could have, or significantly decreases the risk for everybody,
right.
there's still going to be that segment of people who at the end of this whole thing are going to be like, see, told you it wasn't anything to be worried about.
Right. There's
When really it's because of those precautions that it ended up not being something for anybody to worry about.
100%. Well, and
So
it's-
there's no satisfaction in taking the precautions.
right.
But there's a lot of risk in not taking the precautions.
Exactly. That's why a lot of
I
people
know-
have been freaking out about the schools and stuff.
Do we
And-
know if the Rage Against the Machine concert has been canceled?
Probably. A lot of the concerts have been.
I know most have, and yeah, so it's been postponed because that was supposed to be, what's the date today? 17th. So that was supposed to be
Yeah.
13 days from now,
Yeah.
and they've postponed that.
Right. But it's been like, you know, one of the guys in charge of, you know, the decision to shut down the schools
Yeah,
had kind of said something, and it makes me think of all these things that are being shut down. It's like, listen, it's and kind of exactly what you were saying of it's better to overreact and take all these precautions and stuff than to not and go, we could have done more.
yeah,
There's been a lot of movies kind of going on. I
yeah.
think,
The
that are
movies have been there.
postponed till next year.
Listen, James Bond isn't supposed to come out in April anyway,
Right.
so they just did the right thing,
Yeah. Just
in my opinion.
yeah.
When I saw that the newest James Bond
Oh
film
no, that is not the time of
was
year.
supposed to be released in April, I was angry.
Right.
And it had nothing to do with the virus. It had everything to do with me knowing that movie is supposed to come out in November anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a November movie.
You know, Disney and its wide range of subsidiaries. You know, I haven't seen an official announcement, but it looks like the Black Widow release is probably going to get pushed back.
Yeah, and they have shut down the parks.
They've shut down the parks
Yeah.
for the third time in history.
Yeah. That's not a normal thing.
JFK,
Yeah.
9/11,
Yep.
this.
Yeah.
So, but they've also done some things to kind of help people get through it a little bit better too. Frozen 2, for example, wasn't scheduled to be released on Disney Plus for another 4 months.
Yeah, they released
And
that.
they released that for streaming.
Haven't sat down and watched it yet.
I didn't
with the
watch
girls.
it either. My kids have watched it several times since
Have they?
it
Okay.
came out because they're big fans. In fact, I didn't even see it when they saw it in the theaters.
Right.
Because me and my uncle went and saw Ford versus Ferrari instead.
I-
So I still haven't seen Frozen 2, but
Listen, your son said one of the funniest things to my son and I in regards to that movie that every time I think about it,
my kid,
that's what
kid's
comes to
fun.
mind. Because walked up, we were watching one of our other movies that we met up, and the first thing out of his mouth, he's like, Frozen 2 is garbage. And my son and I were just dying laughing. So now every time somebody says Frozen 2, we're just like, Frozen 2 is garbage.
my kids are good for some one-liners every now and again.
It's good.
That is
Because
for
there
sure.
wasn't, like a high,
Yeah, it wasn't just like, hey, what's up?
Right.
How's it going, little man? No, just right out of the
just
gate.
right out of the gates. Frozen
Hey,
2 is
just so we're clear.
yeah. There's like nothing else. So yeah, that's why we're like, all right. I believe
Yeah.
he said it with such intensity and feeling that I'm like, I think he's
Okay.
there's some truth to that.
There's something in there.
Yeah.
And then they also released, they moved up the digital release. It's still for purchase, so it's not streaming for, included with your subscription to Disney Plus, but they also moved up the digital purchase release for Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, cool.
And several studios are following suit with that as well.
Which is really good because there's a lot of things coming up. Like if we're going to be quarantining ourselves or doing the best that we can to have streaming is going to be a big part of that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think
There's a couple more.
The new Jumanji's coming out.
It's been out.
Well, it's been
For a week or so.
purchase and stuff, but to rent it and everything, we're going to be doing that. It's not all of my family members have seen it.
The Birds of Prey movie that
Listen, if
neither
I'm
of us saw or
quarantined-
cared to see.
If I'm quarantined, maybe I'll sit down and watch it.
Well, I mean, you've got Tucker Video, so you'd have to get through a
have-
lot of other things before you'd probably want to
Yeah,
see that.
there's a lot of steps, and then I hit streaming.
I was talking to some old friends over the weekend at another funeral. It's weird to bring
Okay.
up two different funerals in the same show, but
I know.
who
Way to bring it
actually
down.
were really super critical of the first Suicide Squad movie.
Okay,
That said that this one was considerably better.
really? Okay,
So might be worth checking out. I don't know.
I'm sure I'll check it out at some
I'll
point.
see it eventually.
I just need DC to up their game. And that's
so
just
much.
what I need. I'm excited for the new Batman movie, but other than that,
Oh, Universal is going to be releasing a ton of movies on demand. Again, in response to
yeah, a lot of productions have been halted and
Yeah,
postponed. I don't know if Spider-Man
Falcon and Winter Soldier has been. They had to stop production on that.
Okay, yeah, there's been a lot. I heard Spider-Man 3, which was supposed to start. They don't know if they're going to postpone it or not.
It's all just going to depend.
Yeah,
I will say that these Universal films are going to be a lot more expensive.
yeah,
Just it's not going to be. You usually can go on like Amazon Prime and you can rent about any movie for like $4.
right.
And they're gonna, but these are movies that should still be showing in theaters, like Emma, The Invisible Man, and there's gonna be $20 to stream.
Yeah,
So they're movies that were in the middle of their theatrical run. So obviously there's probably a little bit of motivation there as far as recouping costs and lost money.
and whatnot. Yeah, but
it's-
I mean,
it's-
it's nice that they're making it available. I guess.
Yeah, something a
Not
little
that
bit
I'm running
different.
out to watch Emma, but
No, but some people
might
might.
be. Yeah, exactly.
The top 10 on Netflix hasn't changed much since last week.
I know. I was supposed to watch a movie.
You were
and I
supposed to watch a
didn't.
movie and you didn't. That's okay. We'll
Blame it on the coronavirus.
Sure.
I was out looking for toilet paper.
No, but On My Block is the new number one. Something I haven't seen, but there's 3 seasons of it. So
I was like, is that the J-Lo story?
no.
Okay.
In a rough inner-city Los Angeles neighborhood, 4 smart, funny, and streetwise teens find their lifelong friendship tested as they begin high school. So that's the premise of On My Block. Spencer Confidential, which someone was supposed to watch but didn't, comes in at number 2. I thought it was a fun
I'm
watch.
going to sit down and watch it.
We'll do a full review next week.
Yes. I'm holding me to it. Yes.
Or I'll break your kneecaps.
Yeah.
3 is...
Why am I agreeing to that? I'm like, yep.
Yeah, do it. Break my kneecaps. Love is Blind at number 3. Lost Girls at number 4. A new season of Boss Baby back in business. Because we needed an ask for that.
No one asked.
100 Humans at number 6. The perfectly timed Netflix release or re-release of the film Outbreak.
Yeah.
And at number 7, The Trials of Gabriel Fernandez at number 8. And then Elite at number 9 and Angry Birds 2 round out the top 10 for Netflix. So, and there's a ton of really good new content that's available on all of your usual suspects as far as streaming goes.
I was like, honestly,
stay home.
Out of the top 10, I mean, I saw Outbreak back in the day, and I did see...
I watched
Angry
it again
Birds.
just the other night.
Did you?
Yeah. I love that movie.
I fell into some Stargate the other night.
All right. No, it was funny because I was going to go dig it out of the DVD crate
Okay.
to watch it again.
I think I had it on like VHS.
Excellent.
For all you younger kids, that's the tapes.
They're big.
They're like this. Yeah. Anyways.
But yeah, I was gonna dig it out of the DVD vault, and then I was like, oh, it's on Netflix.
Right there.
Sweet.
The Hoff. No. Well, it's Dustin Hoffman, but...
Well, yeah, that Hoff.
I said the Hoff, and then I go, well...
Not that Hoff.
Oh my
though.
God, I want to watch that movie, Outbreak 2, with the Hoff.
With the Hoff.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ways. Hey, play some board games with your family.
Yep.
You know, there's lots of things to keep you occupied while you are practicing social distancing.
Yes.
So,
Gonna go home, watch some Blast from the Past.
oh, it's a good one. Oh, there's another.
Yes, my dad. It's one of the best movies ever.
Okay. Now I see where you get that from.
My random. That's the best movie ever.
Yeah. When you begged me to watch The Last Starfighter for a year.
Listen, man. You still have that, by the way.
I sure do.
You got some late fees. Speaking of late fees.
I got to bring that back to you.
Gosh. Well, that was like one of the last times I went to the video store and rented something, which was... It was before local videos that they
Again, kids, that's a place that we used to go.
Yes.
That wasn't just a box in front of the grocery store.
Yeah. But when I brought up my account, they go, "Yeah, you have late fees or never returned GoldenEye, a Nintendo 64." It had been like a long time.
Okay.
I was like, "Huh, nope."
Any Given
Not doing
Sunday?
that.
That's a good one.
That is a good movie.
That's a good one. They've got most of the Nolan Batman trilogy on there.
Yeah, I think it's time for my son to sit down and watch those.
Kiss the Girls. That's a killer one.
Yeah, Dark Knight is probably the bet out of those.
Oh, for sure.
But my wife she's like, that movie scares me. So she never wants to sit there and watch that because she's like,
it is a little freaky.
As far as Heath Ledger's Joker, it's the most chaotic and
right
disturbing. So, I don't know. What else you got?
Oh, there's just so much. I really, at the end of everything, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Exactly.
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
Wow.
Okay. We have the opportunity to make sure that this doesn't become a really, really, really bad thing in this country. You know, we have the opportunity to not experience what they're experiencing in Italy
Correct.
here. So be patient.
Yeah. Be patient. Be courteous. You don't need to go to the store and buy out all the toilet paper.
No.
That's what's going to cause the craziness. That's what's going to cause. There's already been multiple fights and people arguing, fighting over hand sanitizer.
I've felt the need
paper.
to be armed when I go to a grocery store just because people are acting real weird.
Yeah. I pulled up next to a truck in traffic yesterday and I looked at in the back, the cab filled with toilet paper.
Yeah.
That they had been going, and I'm like, stop it.
You know what?
There's people that
one of my favorite stories to come out of this has been there's a dude who bought up, like he lived in kind of like a little tri-state area. I can't remember where he's at, but he bought up like a U-Haul truck's worth of all the hand sanitizer in the area, and then was trying to sell it. You know, he was selling dollar bottles of hand sanitizer for $8-10
Right.
on like eBay and his Amazon store.
Yep.
And both eBay, Amazon, all of the online, they shut him down.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly. So it's like, because no one's going to like you.
no. You know, and it's in my other videos on my different channel that I put out. You know, I always end the same way, and I mean it. You know, be good to yourselves, be good to each other.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's all.
Yeah.
You know, don't be a Richard.
Yeah. Don't be a Richard.
You know, there's just no need for it.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, you're going to have to ride out 2 weeks.
Yeah. I think we can all do that.
Okay. So get what you need for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
One, you know, if you shop at Costco,
Right.
one of those packs will last a family of 6 for well over a month.
Yeah. You don't need multiple.
When it comes to toilet paper, a bottle like this of hand sanitizer, especially if you're staying home a lot more often than you normally would, this one bottle of hand sanitizer should last and I say family of 6 because I have a family of 6. That should last you well over 2 weeks.
Right. I was like, I got a
Wash
family
your
of 5.
hands.
It's just, yeah. We had a little class. It's like, hey, we're making sure that we're washing our hands properly.
Yeah.
And we're taking the proper precautions. Find some things to do around the house. Entertain yourself. We're not...
Do your homework.
And that's a bad thing about...
See, I mean, we homeschool, so we've been practicing this social distancing thing for years.
A long time now. Right.
So we're good. Yes, my children still socialize with other children.
Disclaimer. I know.
Yeah. Be good to each other. This is we can show the world one of two things, in my opinion. We can show that we're perfectly capable of being self-centered pricks.
Yeah.
Or we can show the world that we are perfectly capable of helping each other out.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things, and this is one of the bad sides of social media, all the parents, families out there, this is not an extension of spring break. I've seen so many
keep your kids home.
They're
The point
going
of
on
this
trips.
is home.
They're going on trips and doing different things. Like, stop it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get the point
you're
of
putting
this.
your kids at risk of, and yourselves at risk of picking up this disease.
Right.
And B, the thing that freaks me out about this whole thing
Right.
is that you're highly contagious
Right.
for as many as 5 days before you ever show a symptom.
Exactly.
Yeah. The reason the schools are closed is not so you can go on an extra trip or extend your spring break. Stay home, be patient. Again, just be good to yourselves and be good to each other.
Exactly.
Really, that's
the big.
that's the only thing I can say.
Yeah.
That
Take care of yourselves. Take care of other people. Make sure.
Yeah. You know, if you got an old neighbor,
Yep.
you know, that lives down the road, check in on them.
Yep.
Be helpful.
Yep. Exactly.
Don't be a Richard.
And then also don't be one of those people trying to take advantage
of the situation.
of the situation, which I know you and I have talked about recently. That's just getting underneath my skin, and
Yeah.
there's people in our line of business
there's
that
an
are
old
just trying to utilize the "I'm a good person" stuff. And
there's
it's
an
like,
old
stop.
marketing axiom that says never let a tragedy go to waste.
Yeah,
And sure, you can employ that theory sometimes.
right.
But listen, I'm the guy who, when there's a snowstorm, not a debilitating snowstorm, not one that's causing people their lives,
Right.
but when the weather's crummy in the Midwest, yeah, I place ads in the Midwest
Right.
and say, hey, look how beautiful it is in Arizona, because that's my job.
Exactly. There's
Okay,
a
but
line.
I'm also not. But on that same effect, where I didn't employ any ads this year is where there were, like, I didn't advertise in Nashville after the tornado.
Right.
I've never advertised after a hurricane.
Right.
I'm not an ambulance chaser.
Right.
But sometimes when it's poignant and it's a little bit funny,
Right.
sure.
Well,
This is not
Yeah.
this is not the time. There are a lot of great people in our business.
right.
There really are. And I think for most of them, it's coming from a place of genuine care.
Right. Some. Right.
But again, this is not the time to try and capitalize on people's fear, capitalize on, I don't know if anyone knows this, but like, you can do nice stuff for people and not say a word about it.
Exactly. That's just like, I donated so much to charity last year. You know what? You just ruined it.
Cool story, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen, again, not everyone, but there's been a lot of agents where I'm just like, stop it.
It makes me cringe anyway when I start seeing a large group of, and again, we live in our own little bubble,
Yeah.
so to speak. But when I start seeing agents, real estate agents, start using the same exact marketing pieces,
Yep.
I'm like, all
It's
right, well, now I
disingenuous.
know who uses the same coach,
Right.
right? Or the best one was the other day. There was this lender, not a local lender,
Right.
certainly not anyone I would ever have on my lending team.
Agreed. I was like, we talked about that where it's just like,
But their company will send them in an email in the morning, hey, copy and paste this and enter some different numbers in
Right.
that are applicable to you, and use this as a social media
Post.
marketing piece.
right.
Dude forgot to put out that insert number here
Right.
in his posts,
Yeah. So it just said insert number here.
which immediately shows you that it's disingenuous.
Right.
It's not original. It's not even clever.
Right. But it's, it's just
Be
one
better.
of those things. Yeah.
Be better than this.
That's my point of
We
just being
can.
like,
We have the
stop.
distinct ability to be better
Yeah.
as human beings. I don't care how, will this affect our business? Possibly.
Yep.
Because, and more, not so much the virus itself.
Right. It's just the
But
aftermath of it. Yeah.
What's happening on Wall Street will affect our business more than the virus will affect our business.
Correct.
I am 100% sure of that.
Correct.
But it's going to be okay.
Right.
We're not facing another Great Depression right now.
Yeah.
This, of course, when there's panic, it affects markets,
Yes.
and that's okay. But we'll be all right.
Right.
The real estate market is still healthy. This isn't another 2008. And no, for the love of all things good and holy, the interest rate isn't 0 on your mortgage.
Yeah.
That was if there
That's
was
a big one.
if there
Yeah.
was one that just really got under my skin, is when I saw a bunch of agents start talking about 0% interest rates.
Yeah.
I ran into somebody who is on my lender team,
Right.
at the store the other day, and I was just like, "How you holding up, brother?"
Yeah.
Because these last 2 weeks have been a marathon for these guys.
Right.
It's been really a lot of work for them,
Yeah.
with the markets fluctuating like they are. And he's like, I don't understand why, especially an agent, somebody in our position, would even kind of assume that mortgage interest rates have dropped to 0%.
Right. Don't do that.
Like, you realize that interest rates, the interest is how the lenders make money,
Right.
right?
So it's never going to be zero.
It's never going to be zero, ever.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's that soapbox. That's a little bit of some inside baseball on our actual jobs.
Yeah.
Which we don't talk about very often.
We
We don't
don't,
do it
but
when we do that on purpose,
Right.
Because we don't want to beat you guys over the head with it. But it's
there.
yeah, we've kind of changed our format over the last few months to really just talking about the world in general with
Right.
with an emphasis on entertainment, and
Right.
this
And
is
our
affecting
sense of
our
humor.
world
Yeah.
a little bit more this week. So
Exactly.
anyway,
Yeah.
we'll end it the way that we usually end it. But seriously, I can't emphasize this enough. Just be good to yourselves and be good to each other.
Exactly.
Until next time, he's Tucker,
His beard.
and we are out.